Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, October 24. A new $100 million mixed-use resort-style residential development is coming to Montego Bay, St. James. Ground was broken Friday for the 432-room Vista Montego Bay Resorts development on Jimmy Cliff Boulevard. The project, which is being undertaken in phases, is funded by local developers C&H Property Development Company and Money Masters Real Estate and Infrastructure Investment Limited. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett welcomed the investment as part of revitalization efforts along the Montego Bay Hip Strip. Minister Bartlett also touted the 300 new jobs that are expected to be created from the project. The Vista Montego Bay development is slated for completion in 48 months. Jamaica and the United Arab Emirates, UAE, have signed a double taxation agreement, DTA. The treaty is aimed at protecting taxpayers from being taxed twice while preventing tax evasion. It's also expected to allow free flow of international trade or cross-border transactions and investments, as well as technology transfer. Finance and the Public Service Minister, Dr. Nigel Clark, and the UAE's ambassador to Jamaica signed the pact recently at the headquarters of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade in downtown Kingston. Jamaica currently has DTAs with 15 other countries, tax information and exchange agreements with most of the Nordic countries, and is a part of the CARICOM multilateral agreement. Meanwhile, Jamaica is set to welcome a new medical brigade of health professionals from Cuba. That's thanks to the recent signing of a new letter of intent between the two neighbors. The agreement will continue the long-standing health partnership, which includes the operation of an ophthalmology center. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton and his Cuban counterpart, Dr. Jose Angel Porta Miranda, signed the agreement on the sidelines of the 4th International Convention, Cuba Salud 2022, held in Havana, Cuba. Dr. Tufton says the continued cooperation between both countries highlights Cuba's commitment to serving public health as a public good.
I'm very excited about the second agreement because we intend, hopefully, to expand the services not just to curative measures, but also to prevention, primarily in our schools among our young people.
The letters of intent will guide the negotiation and implementation of the full terms of the technical cooperation agreements. Some 16,000 students are being targeted for behavioral interventions, which are slated to start later this month. The students are from 25 primary and secondary schools located in zones of special operations, ZOSOs. Education Minister Fable Williams says the interministerial strategy is part of efforts to stem violence in schools. It includes Just Medsit End Violence in School campaign, an anti-gang week of activities planned for November, and a Safe Schools Perception Survey.
It is hard work in the classrooms with so many children from so many different backgrounds. So we want to continue to stand with teachers of this country as we pull out all the stops to end violence in our schools. I'm pledging to foster increased partnership with all public and private sector stakeholders. Together, I know we're going to find new and creative ways to stem violence in our schools.
And finally, members of the Senate are extending condolences and support to the families and colleagues of 2 Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF members who were killed recently. Constable Brian Martin and Corporal Oliver Mullings died in separate incidents in the corporate area at the hands of gunmen. During Friday's sitting, Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Matthew Samuda, urged senators on both sides of the political aisle to stand united against criminality.
We know the difficulties of the job, but we understand and can imagine how the family, the friends, and indeed their co-workers and extended family in the JCF are feeling. And I thought it important to extend on behalf of the government, and I'm sure on behalf of the opposition, our deepest condolences and our deepest sympathies.
The opposition also expressed remarks, and the President of the Senate instructed the Clerk of the Houses of Parliament to write to the Commissioner of Police and the families of the policemen. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.